Hi, I'm Wes Allen with DM Tales, and I've pretty much lost my voice following PAX Unplugged. These are some interviews that I did while I was on the floor. Let's roll it. So, a note about the audio for these videos. I got a cheap little dual transmitter lapel microphone kit for it. It's got built-in noise cancellation. You can hear it kicking in, and it is way overdone. I also think that the volume for the microphones is set way too high. My audio is better than last year, I think, especially because you can hear both of the speakers. I can have my voice talking to people asking questions, but it's not the best. I'm looking to upgrade that even further in the coming year. So just a hint on that. It's listenable and it gets rid of most of the crowd noise, but you hear that. If you know what noise cancellation software sounds like, you will hear it because it's definitely turned up to 11. Let's take a look at some of the interviews.
So hi, I'm Randall Hampton. I'm the author and illustrator of the Little GameMasters series of children's books. These are quite literally Dr. Seuss meets Dungeons & Dragons. So we have the two children's books. They're all about introducing young kids to what tabletop role-playing games are all about. Okay?
Age?
Any age.
So if I have a 5-year-old, this would be a good Christmas present.
The children's books are perfect for any
Hypothetically
age.
speaking.
Read to them as young as possible. It's a great way to just start building that cognitive ability. I'm also the creator of Little GameMasters.
Okay.
This is a TTRPG rule set built for kids ages 5 and up.
Nice.
It is a super slimmed down D20 system
Okay.
where the simplest way for me to tell it is you'll have your kids at the table telling stories, playing rollies. That's
Okay.
the easiest way to describe the system.
Okay.
We have developed this game to have pre-generated character cards, so your kids can actually sit down, start playing without having to make a character or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, we have characters pre-made for them.
So you basically have like character tropes that they
We
work
have
off
character
of.
tropes that we can go through. Yeah, so for example, we sit here and we
Let
start...
me cut off the head
yeah,
tracking. Okay, go.
Sure. So, for example, this is one of our character cards. The physical cards are laminated, so they are wet, dry erase.
Gotcha.
So you can doodle on that like that. We have 3 stats instead of 6. Muscle wits and pizzazz.
Pizzazz. I like that.
Each character has 4 unique combat actions that they can do if they get into a combat situation. For the older kids that can read through the combat actions, awesome. We love it. We encourage it. We want to do that as much as we can.
Okay.
For the younger kids, that maybe that's a little harder, we illustrated the combat actions for them.
Nice.
So the really young kids can sit down and play at the table too.
And how much is that going for?
Today depends on what you want to do. It depends on what you want to do. We have the rule book, the adventure book, the cards are all piecemeal,
Okay.
or you can do a collector's box. Collector's box comes with the adventure book, the rule book, the GM screen that you see down here, as well as the character cards.
Okay.
That is for pre-sale today at PAX for $75.
Okay.
We have them. They're in manufacturing right now. We plan to have them in hand by end of January.
Gotcha.
And they'll be going shipping first to our backers from Kickstarter.
Okay.
Thank you, backers. And then to anyone that pre-ordered, they're going to be lumped in there with them as well.
That's awesome. And so is this your first major product? Did you start with a kids book?
We started with the kids' books. Kids' books came out in 2018 and 2020. So this is my 3rd PAX that I've been here for.
Nice.
And we've been really trying to push getting kids involved and getting them reading and playing games as early as possible.
And how much are the books?
Books are $18 a piece here at PAX. If you come and get them from me here, you get the set for $30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And do you have a business card? And
Sure
would you
do.
like to come on my channel to do a live stream at some point?
Shoot me a message. Let's do it.
Absolutely, because I got a 5-year-old and I'm trying to get him into gaming, and that's one of the things I'm interested
Let's
in.
go. Yeah, let's make it happen.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's my
What's your name
pleasure.
again?
Great to meet you. My name's Randall.
I'm Wes. Really good to meet you. Thank
Good to
you.
meet you guys. Thank you.
Randall was absolutely amazing. His products are really, really cool. I love that small form factor for all the books. And it was all I could do to stop myself from buying the entire box set of that and pre-ordering it and have it sent to me for my little one for Christmas because it just called to me and I could say it was a Christmas present and I would get to spend more money. So I did not do that. I just got the one book, but I'm very interested in the Little GameMasters book series and system, and I'm hoping to have Randall on the channel at some point, probably early in the new year. December is starting to look a little busy. This next interview is with John Haig from Sleeping Giant Games, and he is looking at Hamill's House of Oddities, which is kind of a cosmic horror 5e campaign. Now, normally I skip over a lot of 5e stuff. I don't tend to cover 5e. It's not a game I like to run, and so it's just not something that I cover a whole lot. But John's artwork is absolutely stunning, and I wanted to let everybody see it, because if nothing else, even if you don't play 5e, you can hack this setting for another system, but it's also just a beautiful art book. Take a look.
I'm John Haig from Sleeping Giant Gaming.
Awesome. And so what are you demoing here today? I just got B-roll footage of the artwork. It is so impressive.
Yeah, so this is we have a new world setting called the Woven Worlds Meloria, and a campaign to run in it called Hamill's House of Oddities. It's the 5th edition base rule set for D&D, and it's something we created, we kickstarted, and we're currently taking pre-orders for it.
Okay. And who does all your artwork?
My daughter does all our work.
It's absolutely incredible. That's why I had to come back here with my camera today, just to tell you that and get that on YouTube. Like, this is something worth looking at. What's kind of the cool hook at your setting that sets it apart from other settings?
Yeah, so the Woven Worlds, I don't know if maybe you captured that.
I'll grab a picture of it.
So it's when it was created by these celestial beings, it basically split into two worlds that were interconnected by the raw magic that formed them.
Okay.
Each evolved in a little bit differently, one a little more fantasy, one a little more science-based. And Hamill's House of Oddities takes you through that connection and understanding it.
That's really cool. And where can people pick this up if they want to pick it up besides at the con?
They go to sleepinggiantgaming.com and learn all about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. Really.
Thank you.
So this last video is with Session Zero Apparel, who do some really cool designs. And I wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out to them because I love what they did. Didn't talk to the owner of the company, but one of the employees. And I particularly love the number on their die. Let's take a look at this.
Who are you folks? I have the title right behind you.
So my name is Dane. I'm actually not the owner. The owner's name is Ryan. He's meandering about the floor somewhere, but we're at Session Zero Clothing and Accessories, based out of Albany, New York. A lot of our designs are a little less traditional, especially when you start to see like a lot of typical like D&D and tabletop type merch.
Okay.
So we wanted stuff that we felt like we would like want to wear more often.
Okay.
And so far it seems like that's resonating with a lot of people. So
Is this your first PAX?
this is our second PAX.
Okay.
Last year was our first one, and so far so good. It's been a great weekend.
Cool. And what, like, this is the full line of designs that you have here, or is it just a sample?
This is the majority of it, yeah.
Okay. And what's your favorite one out of all of them?
That's tough to pick. I know.
I'm gonna pan down and I'll look
Personally,
at it.
This one is probably one of the favorites that we've seen sell so far this weekend.
Okay.
The Cublet shirt.
So it's got a baby owlbear.
Yep.
Now, how do you get away with copyright on that anymore?
Well, there's certain
We blink, nod, and don't ask, don't tell.
it makes that one makes the cut.
It's like what they did to the Philly Fanatic a few years ago. That's
Right.
good.
There's one design that we did have to make a pretty big adjustment to because of that we don't have right now. So,
Legal's getting involved now.
exactly.
Okay.
But
And then we
I will
have.
say they were very nice when we talked to them.
That's good. And then you have a postcard from the Feywild.
Yep.
That's really good.
I love how the color came out on that one in the print.
That actually looks really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I have no idea what that is. I mean,
Right. There's a little bit of dice. There's a little bit of dice goblin in all of us, right?
Absolutely. I just did a blog entry on top gifts you can get your GM, and the first one was dice.
Nice.
Can you ever have enough dice? And the footnote said no. The answer is no. So
Absolutely.
I like your logo. It's
Thank
so
you.
simple for that.
Thank you.
Can you explain the mockery one?
That's our Vicious Mockery t-shirt.
So it's the bard screwing with people's heads.
Exactly.
Very, very good. Very cool. How long have you been with the company for?
I've been helping Ryan out on and off for the last couple of years. I know the last year especially has been a little bit of a slow year because of some adjustments that we had to make.
Okay.
But going into next year, there's a few designs that he has in the works right now. He has a few applications out for other conventions.
Okay.
I think he had mentioned earlier he submitted an application to try to get into Gen Con next year.
Nice.
So we're really hoping for that because that would be a huge thing for us.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we're just trying to, iron in the fire, just really trying to crank out some more stuff and hope next year's a big year.
It's not an easy thing to break into.
It's not. And especially even PAX, that I don't know if you guys were at PAX last year, but it was like a fraction of the size. We're using so much more of the floor right now. There's so many other vendors.
Yeah.
So many more people on the floor.
It's
a great,
amazing compared to last year.
PAX last year was great. This year's just great, and it's a lot, but we love it.
That's awesome. Okay, I got one last question because I just noticed the number on the die.
Okay.
Where did the 0 come from? Whose idea was that?
Our owner Ryan, that was his idea.
It's
a few different ideas kind of floated around for logo stuff, and everyone loves dice. I think we are trying to look into potentially making some die in general.
What's that? I was about to say, what could be worse than a 1? Let's put a 0 on there.
Exactly.
It's a 21-sided die. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
So these are just the first 3 interviews that I'm processing to get out on the channel. There are several more that are coming out, including one with Mage Hand Press, who was behind the Open D&D movement at the start of 2023. And I talk with him a little bit about that on camera and also some of the books that he's been working on since last year. I'm looking forward to getting that all processed for you to see on channel. I will get back to reading Candela Obscura for my next review. I also have to catch up with my local campaigns. I have my basic fantasy RPG group that needs to be taken into the wilderness and sent lots of things that can eat them. That's going to be a lot of fun to develop, and that's what I'm working on for my games right now. What are you working on for your games? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you were at PAXU and what some of your favorite experiences were at the convention. And until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.